Maddie has what we call in Liverpool a snarl. She has a natural snarl, right? And that's the way her lips and her mouth form when she's sort of like in a relaxed, sort of like semi confrontational type mood. She has like a, you know, it's like a, and her middle lips go up and the bottom middle lip goes down, and her two teeth and her two incisors, top and bottom, both, all four of them, show prominently. That's what's like, is her sort of like, as soon as she gets sort of like slightly confrontational, she goes. Anyway, that's emphasised loads now that her face is beat up like a beetroot, right? I would say that is probably the most shocking thing. One of the most shocking things I've ever seen in my whole life is Maddie's face. Maddie's face, the way it looks now. Let's put a bit of perspective on it, shall we say, right? I'm over 6 foot tall, and sometimes when I'm smashed and it's late at night, I can be stood there in my bathroom trying to go to the toilet, and I will wake up still stood there, falling, my full force and my whole weight falling against the edge of the door in the bathroom, and then I then forward and collapse onto the hallway floor. Full force of my whole over 6 foot stature and weight into said edge of bathroom door. And the following morning I might have a slight graze there, and about 3 days later it might swell a little and discolour slightly, right? Now that is what that does to me. And you take a look at Maddie. And her wounds are so much greater than that. All over her face, including around her lip area where I was saying then, all over her cheeks, over her eyes, all over her face. Someone has obviously wanted to do a full makeup job on her. I just thought I have interpreted Maddie's injuries based on the way I suffer in my own life. Someone has had and therefore thus is why that was one of the most shocking things I'd ever seen. The fact that it was to a girl as well. People give up their children to stay addicted to drugs. It's no surprise that people stay addicted to drugs with such beatings, getting such beatings and the like. It's no surprise, shock whatsoever. But the fact that I wasn't ready for that, and you used that in your thumbnail, Tom, as well. You put a picture of her in her thumbnail, so when I scrolled through my subscriptions, that was there. And she didn't have a pair of sunglasses on either. It's a shame she never had a pair of sunglasses, because I do appreciate, Tom, that you wanted to get her in get a full detailed look of her face in the sunlight. The flip side to that is that she couldn't really see that well. Shame she didn't have a pair of sunglasses. She must have been really suffering hard in that interview. I'll put a link to the video below. No worries, no, we needed to see her injuries. We needed to see what she looked like. You were right. In my opinion, you were right, Tom, to get her in the sunlight immediately. No shame. You were right to do so, to get it all on record. Whether or not in the future she will look back with a sober mind, whether or not she will have that chance to do that, whether or not she does that, God only knows. Yeah, it's the fact that it happened to now someone who we know, watch, and I would be a liar if I said that I wasn't slightly emotionally involved to the characters at play on your channel, Tom. I think because it just jumped out at me in my subscription list, that I know that I can really hit my head hard and just get a slight graze and a slight swelling a few days later. The fact that I can relate my own personal injuries to her injuries, so immediately what I'm saying is that, so Because when I did immediately see her in my subscription list, surprisingly see her, the image of her, I also immediately, as I saw her, knew immediately what a beating she had had. It's like she's had a sharp edge applied to her. It's not just a baseball bat with a rounded edge. She's had like an edge, something with an edge, like a plank of wood. And no, it can't have been. She can't have been hit by a car, for example, because she'd have been in hospital, wouldn't she? She'd have had broken bones. But she's had like something with like a hard edge used against her. It could have been a cricket bat, because they have hard edges. Something like rounded, like a baseball bat, might not have caused those flesh wounds, because the wounds pierce the skin. The wounds on her forehead, especially on her forehead, actually pierce her skin. Christ, I am surprised that she didn't lose her teeth. At least some of her teeth. Because, having said that, even though she won't have been hit by a car, I tell you, she'd have been rolling around on the floor, mate. She'd have been rolling around on the floor, scrambling on all fours, fighting for her life, trying to crawl away from whoever was doing it to her. She's been on all fours, scratching at the ground with her knees, trying to get away. You know, there'd have been blood everywhere. She'd have been crawling through her own blood as it was happening. She has ripped some, I'm not going to say an out. Anyway, I'm sure not only that we can imagine what injuries she's sustained, also we can imagine why she sustained them, and I'm not going to go any further than that. I'm sure we're old and ugly enough out here to imagine educatingly wise, what she may have, why she may have incurred those injuries. Just shocking. Just thought I'd had my 2 pennies worth.